Before we jump into the video, a quick reminder: from now until December 26th, my partners over at Gfuel have bumped up my code JGOD from 10% up to 30%, and this has to be by far the longest I've ever had a code at 30% off. So if you're interested in stocking up or just trying it out for the first time, now is a good a time as any. So in today's video, we're going to talk about the MK2 Carbine, which is a marksman rifle, and the big thing that I've seen all over the internet as far as Twitter, Reddit, and the comments section is that people are finding it to be a hit marker machine. So what I did all the testing I could to find out how to get as many one-shot kills as possible. So to find those exact damage values, I had to jump into a custom game, and as you'll see right here, I go ahead and shoot the foot, and that gives me 90 damage, and this is at point blank range pretty much. If I shoot him in the torso or upper torso, it's going to be 108 damage, and then a headshot's going to go ahead and give you 145. So what that means is you'll never get a one-shot kill if you hit anywhere other than the chest or the head, and now we got to figure out at what distance that drops off so that you no longer get a one-shot kill for the chest. So through testing, I was able to figure out that the damage drop off for this weapon is around 17.5 meters, and if you have the right attachments, you can actually get that all the way up to 27.5 meters. And after doing the testing, I was pretty disappointed because 27.5 meters isn't all that far, especially if you're talking about a marksman rifle that penalizes you pretty significantly if you happen to miss the shot. So basically what I wanted to do beyond that was to test the limits of the weapon, and there's two different things I wanted to do: is see if there was any point that a headshot would actually give you a hit marker instead of a kill, and then to see how stopping power worked with this weapon. The first thing we're going to look at is a leg shot. Obviously we know that's not going to kill them. Then we get a torso shot, which doesn't kill them, and then a headshot does kill them. And I just wanted to test the different ranges to see what was going on here, and I put in kill confirm so I could see that the tag was dropped at about 75 meters, and for the most part those are the results we expected based off the previous set of testing. Now we'll do those exact same ranges but with stopping power, and you can see right here the leg is not going to do any additional damage. So even if you have stopping power rounds, you will not get a one-shot kill unless you hit the upper torso, which you can see right there was not a headshot. So then I wanted to take a step further and see what the absolute limits were on this weapon, and ended up shooting someone at an incredibly far distance. It's about 140 meters, and right here you can see that if you land a headshot even at this extreme distance, it will be a one-shot kill. In addition to that, if we're using the stopping power rounds and we hit the upper torso, you will also get a one-shot kill. If you're looking closely at the kill feed, you can see that that was a skull, and the next one is just the weapon by itself. So now you pretty much have all the tools you need to land those one-shot kills. Let's go ahead and talk about the best class setup. So the first set of attachments we'll be looking at are for the muzzle, and right here you can see I'm using the monolithic suppressor, and that's because it's going to give you the sound suppression as well as the added range. Then for the barrels, I'd recommend the 20 or the 24 inch because the 18 inch only saw about 5 meter increase, whereas the other two you're getting about 10. And I wouldn't worry much about the ADS penalty for the 24 inch barrel, primarily because the other attachments could be geared towards actually making you aim down sight faster. And a good example of that is the TAC laser, which unfortunately doesn't help with the hipfire spread, but as you can see, it helps with a ton of other things. And I do encourage an optic, but it really depends on what your preferences are. If you're going to stick to more of the closer range engagements, I'd recommend more of the reflex sight. They're going to be a little bit more medium range, probably the holographic, and then at the further ranges, definitely go with the sniper route. But keep in mind that if you go the sniper route, you will have the glint on your weapon, so people will be able to see you from a distance. And then I go ahead and use the stippled grip tape, and as you can see, you're going to have faster aim down sight speed as well as the sprint to fire speed. So that was a quick video about the MK2 Carbine. Hopefully you found it helpful or enjoyed it in some way. If you did, please do me a favor hitting that like button so more people can find this video. And if you're brand new to the channel or just haven't yet subscribed, odds are if you made it to this point, you should probably be subscribing by hitting that red subscribe button, turning it to gray with notifications on so you'll be able to find your way back to the channel. Do appreciate all the support on the channel. Thank you for watching. As always, have a great day.